Show and Tell 102. Before there was the flintlock, there was the wheel lock, and prior to that, the matchlock. Pistols, that is. We're talking about technologies that took many hundreds of years to build and develop. All of these were essentially cap and ball pistols, all three. And they all shared one commonality: the accoutrements that went with them. As I say, the matchlock, the wheel lock, which was quite a complicated mechanism compared to what came later, the flintlock. I'll talk about that on another occasion. I have a fine example of one. But I wanted to talk about the accoutrements. I lost a few of mine when my father passed. That's a side issue. Now, where was I? The accoutrements. That would be the bullet mould, a gun cleaner kit, and the ubiquitous powder flask. Now, many of the items that were developed to accompany the pistol grew over time, so that the owner of that weapon could care for it, so that it would last a long time. Now, unlike the matchlock, the wheel lock, the powder flasks that came along with them were generally very, very finely made. As I said earlier, I've got 4 examples of powder flasks. One's a plain basic buckskin thing from the Old West. 2 others which are generic, shall we say. I think the horn was literally pulled from the bull, and then they shoved the measure on top. Simple as that. And then we come to my favourite. Now, when I looked up the listings, I couldn't find an example of an English one. But I've got an English one, or at least it appears to be an English one. I'll show you what I mean. This is called a... I wonder how I can do this. This is called a Staghorn flask. The top there allows the powder to come out. It's a simple measure. Brass bottom, God knows what that's for, probably just to seal the ends in. But turn it around. See the patterning? Now, the design I saw was rather crude compared to this one. So see, trying to get it the right way round again. That's quite fine. She's wearing a long dress of the period, which is approximately, as I say, 1590. It's just one of my favourites. As I say, this is called a Staghorn flask, all for obvious reasons. Made from Staghorn. Quite a nice piece of work, actually. Beautifully engraved. Always fascinated me the way they gave people very, very flat faces during that period. If you look on any religious iconography from that period, that's how they all portray us. Well, except the serfs. Poor serfs never got portrayed well. Anywho, that's my show and tell. Next time I'll try and do a piece about the flintlock I've got. Anyway, that's it. Be warm. Be safe. And I wonder if I can find it this time. Nope. Yeah.